Up between Herrera, consistent power, control, and Barrios. Touch player, clever player, strategic player. Here we go. It's Herrera who strikes first with an ace.
This is the Boston Open, thanks to Solomon Racket and Sports. That's Stuart Solomon. Stuart's been on the mic on our second court quite a bit this weekend as well. We thank him for bringing us here live for our semifinal matches.
Barrios with the side out. 0 serving 2. These two have met just twice before on tour. They split. Last one was won by Herrera, 12-12. The one before that, won by Barrios, 14-10. So expect a close match.
Yeah, I feel Barrios is still, to me, a relatively new player on tour. Or just, like, I still feel like I'm getting to know her game.
Yeah, she was on tour in 2019, but the pandemic obviously shut things down for a while. And she's always there or thereabouts. Got to a final in Kansas City, but hasn't yet claimed a title.
Yeah, I mean, she's caused some upset, especially at the Bolivian Open a few years ago, and that's when we kind of first got to know who she was. I would say, just from a bird's eye view, she's a control player, a good shooter.
She's able to repel power. She uses the player's power against them. But she's coming up against Herrera, who is in fine form, probably the form of her life over the last 3 months. And Herrera lost in the final to Longoria in Chicago last fall, but beat Longoria 2 weeks ago in Vero Beach. Right. And the question was, what kind of Herrera is going to show up today or this week? And so far, Herrera has continued her form from 2 weeks ago.
She has delivered.
Defeated Monse Mejia in a tiebreaker earlier today. And there's the fitness and the speed that Herrera has really improved over the last couple of years. Scampering forward, puts that ball down with a pinch. 3 serving 2.
Smart shot, cross court.
And Barrios is the kind of player that can give Herrera problems because Barrios does things that are not classic racquetball. You saw that overhead, taking it early, going cross court. Most players, Longoria is going to the ceiling in that situation. Serving 2. Barrios got here courtesy of a tiebreaker win against Maria Jose Vargas. Skips that one, 4-2 Herrera. Well, we talked about Herrera being the 2 seed, and for a long time she was the 3 seed, and that meant that every semifinal she was facing Longoria. Finally, she's flipped that with Vargas, got the 2 seed. No, I got that wrong. 1 versus 4.
Right.
But it was Vargas who was beating Herrera, and that seems to have switched.
Well, at least this season so far. But yeah, Herrera sat at number 3 for a long time, actually a couple of years at this point.
Another point for Herrera. It's going to be a timeout on the court taken by Barrios. I think it's a good one. Herrera seems comfortable and controlled. It's 6-2. We'll be back in just a moment. We're back in, everybody, and another point for Herrera. She won the first 2, then Barrios won 2, but since then, it's been 5 points in a row for Alexandra Herrera. She's found a rhythm. It's working. Drive serve has been very effective. And there's that control from Barrios. Didn't overswing.
I was just going to say, she didn't hit it too hard. It wasn't going to come off the back wall. Herrera really had to chase it into the back corner. I like that.
Nice pass from Barrios and a little volume from her as she walks forward. She needs that, I think. She plays better when she's a little bit more emotional. 3-7.
She's not a power player for sure, but she will win on control and really, as she just did those last 2 rallies, moving Herrera around. She gets an ace serve.
Had Herrera looking to the right. It went left.
Are you not entertained? Why not?
JTRP at the controls, very entertained by that drive serve. A big thank you to him and Jay Josie for putting on this production for us. Asher Baghurst doing some stats for these matches. Herrera gets a much better look. And Barrios not able to quite make it to the front wall. Another point, Herrera, 3-shot rally. That's her bread and butter.
Well, she has such a good serve. I mean, that's what she wants. Good serve, weak return, and then she puts the ball away.
Thought Herrera could have got that. Barrios in the service box. 5th season on tour, TJ. First started in 2017.
Barrios?
So, yeah, so there is some experience there. She hasn't played a lot of matches, though. It's been a tournament here and a tournament there.
She doesn't play full time yet.
Right.
I think some of that's just funding.
Yep, travel from Bolivia is is difficult and expensive. Good shot from Herrera. When Herrera dictates with her feet set, there is trouble for her opponents.
For sure. We're at the Wayside Athletic Club, just outside of Boston in Marlborough, Massachusetts. This club has a lot of character. A little old school club. A lot of fans, a lot of locals came out, as they did 2 years ago when we were here.
That's right. We missed last year because of the pandemic. I want to say a big thanks to Stuart Solomon of Solomon Racket and Sports for having us out here, along with all of the sponsors you see on the front and side wall. Thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun. I know the ladies enjoy coming here too. And I mean, standing room only behind us, cameras out, phones out. Really enjoying this. Herrera with a rare skip. Five serving 8. That little poke is what we saw Mejia try to do earlier today against Herrera, and it wasn't too effective. Side out. But that is very effective.
Yes, that was quite an answer to that serve.
You saw a little fist pump from Barrios. Not a big one, just a little one.
Just enough.
Clean pass down the left side. Alexandra Herrera. One thing I love about her shots, so little sidewall. A lot of players hit down the line, hit sidewall, kick in the middle. Herrera's are very straight. That's a good shot, Barrios. A little frustration from Herrera. We didn't see too much this morning, but she knows that she's going to be tested by Barrios.
Right. When's the last time these two players met? I know I put you on the spot, Tim.
No. Arizona last year.
Okay, so November?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was Alexandra Herrera who won 15-12, 15-12. Okay. Thank you, Todd Boss and Pro Racquetball Stats for that information. 6 serving 8. Pretty from Herrera. Barrios has to make Herrera move. We mentioned that this morning. When Herrera's feet are moving, mistakes are more likely to happen. It's just routine right now. Serve, loose return, finish the point, third shot rally, 3-shot rally.
You know, with them playing so recently as November, it's material for coaches to go in and go back and watch the stream and analyze what worked, what didn't work.
Barrios will shoot. Again, Herrera up in the encroachment area. Feet set. Deadly. 10 serving 6. 11. 12. Timeout coming, surely.
That's Barrios' second and final timeout of this game.
Well, one of the things that we've had fun doing this week, and of course in the last several tournaments, is a fantasy bracket. So we wanted to give everybody an update of who is in the top. And it looks like Gomez, Bean, Gonzalez, and Monday, the top 4, Jansen and Castleberry 5 and 6. So that changed from this morning after the Mania and Mendez match. A lot of people picked Mania for that, given the fact that they played each other 2 weeks ago and Mania came out on top. So a little change on that. We'll give you an update this evening once the semifinals are done as well. Do also want to say a big thank you to our sponsors of the LPRT, particularly Headpen, Gearbox Racquetball, Team Dovetail, and some new sponsors, TJ, that are just coming on board. Frank Hotels, Sudsy Munchik, Veronica Sotomayor, and also a new sponsor of Performance Chemicals and Mike Courier.
Right. A big shout out to them.
Yeah.
I mean, they sponsored not only 2 weeks ago in Vero Beach, and of course Sudsy and Veronica hosted that event. Mike Courier Performance Chemicals is also a sponsor here of the Boston Open, but is now on board as a tour sponsor. So fantastic.
Yeah, I want to say a big thank you. It allows us to buy new equipment, improve our stream, allows us to come to events and run the tour.
Right, and yes, a lot of expenses. I mean, just shipping alone,
Yeah.
shipping equipment alone is a big cost. So big shout out to all of those sponsors, all of our sponsors.
Another unforced error from Barrios this time. She's just not playing as well as she knows she can. Herrera right now at game point 14-6, fairly routine first game. Wow, what a way to finish that game. Herrera really controlled that point and then put it away with a pinch winner. 15-6. So Barrios has a lot of work to do. We're going to be back in 2 minutes to see if she can claim game 2.
I'm Carla Munoz and I play with passion.
I play to be a role model for the kids.
I play for the adrenaline.
I play for the love of the game.
You want to stand here. This way, if your opponent's over here, you can hit it away from them all the way over there, down the line. If they're all the way back here, hit it way up close up there. Wait a minute. We're definitely not going to do it this way.
I feel like the racket belongs to my hand. It's just something natural, I think.
Not affecting her. She's doing such a great job.
Reaching the Dream Foundation helped me a lot to get to other places and other tournaments and get more experience.
And welcome back, everybody. Tim Baghurst TJ Bamba on the mics, Asher Baggers doing some stats, and we saw that quite a run across the end of that last game, and it really reeled off 7 points in a row from Herrera. Really turned things in her favor and just raced away with game 1.
Not a great serve there by Herrera. Big setup for her Barrios.
Well, we need to see a different Angelica Barrios in this second game if she's going to take this to a tiebreaker. She did it this morning. Can she do it this afternoon? Two skips on that right side from Herrera in this match. First point for the Bolivian. 2 points for the Bolivian. Z serve slides along the back glass, unreturned by the Mexican player. Aggressive from Herrera, attacking that ball early, going to the forehand side of Barrios. Barrios puts it in the floor side out. And there's the TJ, there's the kind of the push from Barrios, what she's known for, right? But Herrera is ready for it and moving well and was prepared to finish that point off. That's
whoa. Boy, and they both know it. That's not even, that's the easy call for the referee.
It is. Barrios hugging that left wall. An avoidable hinder given. Barrios in the way of her opponent, and that's a point.
Players.
And that's another one. Barrios looks to us. Was it good? We're not.
Actually, she was looking at Jenny.
And then looked up at us like maybe they're saying something. We're not saying anything other than I thought it was good. Ball dies in the back left corner. Barrios with a reprieve.
So that avoidable hinders, players do have to get their opponents a straight in and a cross court shot. And if they take it away, it is either a side out or a point.
There's a point for Barrios. Three serving 3. Coming up after this, Longoria Mendez before we go into doubles. Ace serve, little fist pump from Barrios, and another point.
Both of these players actually came up through junior play. Just goes to show the importance of junior development for this sport.
Barrios went for it shoulder high. I think she was hoping the ball would just get off that sidewall, and it didn't. And then the pinch was open for Herrera.
Right, and Herrera's, I say, a money shot. Pinch into that front left corner. I think she could do it in her sleep. It's so routine.
Yeah. That's an excellent shot from Barrios down the left side. Herrera was trapped on the right. Much better game 2 for the Bolivian.
There was an opportunity there. So Barrios, she hit the ball, she stayed on that left side. I felt like she should have crossed over, kept center court, jumped if she had to, but she was so far out of that rally. Smart shot by Herrera hitting cross court.
3-shot rally from Herrera. Excellent put away. I like the fact that she's very offensive up in the service box when the ball's coming back to her. 4 serving 4.
Barrios really slowing down the pace of the game here.
But yet another 3-shot rally. This is textbook racquetball from the world number 2 and demonstrating why she has that number. Skip ball, Barrios. Herrera just starting to pull away. Side out. There's a buzz around us, but it feels very quiet on the court. These two are both very calm and methodical players. They're not the Vargases, the Erica Menias, who are very emotional, loud, and vibrant on court. Barrios hits a perfect serve to the left side. 5, serving 6.
Quiet fist pump.
Yes.
You know, we watch these players a lot, so we really get to know their court demeanors and game styles, which I just think is so fascinating.
Good reach from Herrera. Wow.
She got it.
Well done, Alexandra Herrera. That ball would have beaten most people. Went for the boast winner. Herrera was ready for it. Quick step, put it down. But an excellent pass that time to the right side on the forehander, Barrios. Many people think that Barrios has a weaker forehand than backhand. It's debatable. 5 serving 7. Excellent return from Herrera. We've had a big amateur draw here, and I have to say, TJ, the Women's Open has been a lot of fun watching and listening to the fans, because a lot of these women, you know, they're competitive in Massachusetts and the Northeast, and then they walk in and play a kind of a low pro, so to speak, because the top 6 are not allowed to play in Open. And seeing, oh my gosh, I just want to point, I just want to rally kind of thing. And it's really neat to see what these ladies can do against locals. Barrios ripping a winner down the left side. It's been eye-opening, I think, to a lot of fans to see how good these pros are
really
in person.
Right, because they do make it look so easy.
5 serving 8. Look at that from Alexandra Herrera. Driving this ball cross court nice and low. Barrios not able to retrieve. I don't know if that was fatigue, but Barrios really didn't move her feet very well and got kind of stuck.
Almost thought that that ball hit Alexander Herrera's foot.
I'd like to see a timeout. It's 9-5. Excellent reach from Herrera. And again, are you kidding?
Wow.
We didn't say that a couple years ago. Look at the effort from the Mexican #1. Barrios will be taking that timeout. That has really transformed Herrera's game. She was 3 for a long time. Now she's 2. And I think that's a big contribution to it.
Yes, agreed.
We'll take a break. We'll be back in a minute. Barrios has work to do in game 2. Welcome back, everybody. Herrera winning these points in spurts. It started with 2 for Barrios, then 3 for Herrera, 2 more for Barrios, and then it's been 4, 1, and 3 in favor of the Mexican. Definitely finding some rhythm in the second game again.
This is so good. I mean, I want to say to Barrios, you got to get a good return on serve, but Herrera's serves are just really good.
Yeah.
They're falling right in there, not giving a lot of opportunities to Barrios. That ball she just hit was just so close to the left side wall, deep into that corner. She goes for it again, gets a skip ball from Barrios.
And I think the challenge is that Herrera's serve to the right side is also very good. So you have to cover it. You can't cheat over to this left side. That was short. But I think we talked about this morning. If you're Barrios, give up the right side a little more because Herrera likes to hit down the left on this serve. That's better. In the middle of the court, the Bolivian puts it away. Side out, deep in the back.
I was just going to say that Herrera's doing a good job of keeping Barrios way back here at 38, 39 feet.
Well, I'm not sure what the call was. Foot fault.
Foot fault. Yeah, because that sure was a good serve. Otherwise.
Herrera will ask for a replay. She gets one. The ball hit one of the lights in the ceiling and took an awkward bounce.
It came straight down. What a lead here for Herrera, 12-5.
A reminder coming up after this, Longoria against Mendez before doubles. I can't wait for doubles. Scott Lawrence against Herrera Mejia. Martinez Rodriguez against Longoria Salas. If we counted the number of 3-shot rallies Herrera has won in this match.
She is just controlling this match.
Impressive. And this is a semifinal. And she has really, Barrios is an outstanding player, and she's made Barrios so far look uncomfortable, just out of place.
Right.
And just like that, 15-6, 15-5, a 15-minute, 45-second game 2.
Wow.
I mean, Herrera was on
Yes.
court for less than, well, just over 30 minutes. And for her, it's fantastic news because she's efficient. She got on the court. She got off. Play her doubles tonight. Final coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, should be exciting. Next up on this court, though, Paola Longoria taking on Natalia Mendez. Natalia Mendez beat Erica Mania in a really tight tiebreaker in the quarterfinals earlier today. So stay tuned for that. We'll be back live in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, and just before we leave, mention Herrera. She won 7 points in a row to close out game 1, 8 points in a row to close out game 2.
Wow, serving.
So, yeah, excellent serving. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and get ready for Longoria Mendez.